I reached a point where I had to look myself in the mirror and say, I need to quit this job. I need a plan to be stable and not work for someone else anymore. I'm tired of giving my best years to a vision I don't own. If you felt Sunday night anxiety pressing on your chest, I know you. The clock gets louder. The inbox grows teeth. You feel like a line item on a budget, expendable, tolerated, measured. You miss birthdays. You miss sunsets. You apologize to your kid for a meeting that could have been an email. This is the awakening. It's not anger. It's truth. It's the moment your soul says, enough, not a cliff, a bridge, a plan, a promise to yourself that this time you will not abandon you.
Quiet desperation hides in polite smiles. You show up early, you stay late. You edit your spirit to fit a calendar invite. The fluorescent lights hum. The elevator mirrors your tired eyes. Sunday night becomes a hallway with no doors. We know the script, crush the quarter, accept the crumbs, repeat. And the cost? Little by little your voice goes mute. Your creativity gets packed into bullet points. Your life is postponed to someday. But here's the honest whisper. It's not that you're weak, you're misassigned. Your heart isn't broken, it's bored. Tonight we call it by name, not failure, not laziness, misalignment. And misalignment is fixable.
You don't hate responsibility. You hate being owned. You give more than you're asked, and it still feels like not enough. Performance review season turns into a weather report about your worth. The forecast is always cloudy, and yet inside you, there's a builder, not a role. A builder, the one who solves in the silence, who learns faster than the policy changes. You don't need a cliff to feel alive. You need a bridge that leads somewhere you choose. This is your mirror moment. It's allowed to be tender. It's allowed to be precise. You can be grateful for your paycheck and hungry for freedom at the same time. Both truths can live here.
We're told to be realistic, to keep our heads down and our hopes small, but the body keeps score. The tight jaw on Monday, the shallow breath before the stand-up, the way you clutch the steering wheel in traffic and wonder, is this it? You're not dramatic, you're awake. The heartbreak isn't that you can't do the job, it's that you can. You can do it in your sleep, and it's stealing your best hours. So we speak a new sentence. I am not a line item. I am a founder in training. The difference between a dream and a decision is a plan. That's the bridge we're about to build.
Let's say it plainly. You've missed moments that don't come back. The recital, the call you postponed, the quiet dinner that turns into a memory you never made. And for what? A deck, a dashboard, a meeting to prepare for another meeting. I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to tell you the truth I needed. Your life is not a status report. Your energy is precious. If the job won't honor it, you must. We begin with honesty, then we stack discipline, and we walk, not jump. Because we choose the bridge. We choose to leave with dignity, data, and direction.
Here is the promise of this hour. We will turn your quiet desperation into disciplined action. We will name the fears. We will build the math. We will guard your courage. And we will draw a straight line from paycheck to profit without pretending the river isn't cold. This is the awakening. Not hype, not hustle theater, clarity. You don't need a miracle. You need a method. You don't need permission. You need a plan. And together we'll craft it, step by step, brick by brick. A bridge you can walk with steady feet and a steady heart.
Let's talk about the golden handcuffs. They shine, they fit, they feel safe, salary, benefits, the badge at the door. And yet, there's a quiet price, rented purpose. You trade your prime hours for predictable comfort. The handcuffs don't hurt until you try to move. Then you feel the resistance. What if I lose this safety? What if I can't replace the paycheck? What about health care? These are not small questions, they're real. The goal isn't to pretend the handcuffs aren't there. The goal is to find the key. Keys look like numbers, like runway, like skills that sell. We'll build them.
There's another voice. It sounds familiar. Who do you think you are? It wears the mask of reason. It pretends to protect you. But that voice forgets your receipts. The late nights you solved problems no one else could see. The weekends you taught yourself new tools because curiosity wouldn't let you sit still. That voice is loud in empty hallways and quiet when you move. So we practice motion, small, measurable motion. Doubt thrives in stillness. Confidence comes from evidence. You will generate evidence, not by leaping, by testing, by collecting proof that you can earn, serve, and repeat.
The loneliness is real. Coworkers nod politely when you talk about building something. Family asks why you'd risk the stability you worked so hard to get. You're torn between gratitude and grief. You're grateful for the latter. You grieve that it's against the wrong wall. It's okay to outgrow a room. It's okay to want your Tuesdays back. It's okay to want silence that isn't guilt. This season can feel like walking at night, street lights far apart, but you're not alone. Many of us are out here, walking, mapping, learning to see in the dark. Keep going. Your eyes adjust.
Let's name the invisible pings. The calendar pings that train your nervous system. The way small talk drains more than deep work. The half-eaten lunch because urgency ate your appetite. The heavy chest before a performance review where you're told you need more visibility. Meanwhile, your kid wants you at the game. Your parent needs a ride. Your body wants rest. The math never included your heart rate, but it matters. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Your biology is asking for sovereignty, for control over your time, your tasks, your pace. Entrepreneurship done well answers that call.
Maybe you've tried before. A side gig that fizzled. A course you bought but didn't finish. You wonder if you missed your shot. You didn't. You were missing a structure. Random grind doesn't compound. Directed effort does. You were pouring water on soil without a seed. This time, we plant. We protect the seed. We water on schedule. We measure the sprout. We harvest when it's ready, not when we're impatient. Discipline is not punishment. It's protection. It protects your time from chaos and your mind from panic. We're going to build that protection into your weeks.
Let's face the money fear. You've got rent, a mortgage, kids' debt, responsibilities stacked like folders on your desk. The idea of leaving without a plan is a horror story. Good, we won't. We will let the fear make us precise, not paralyzed. Fear can be a compass. If the monster lives in the numbers, we'll turn on the lights. We'll define the target income. We'll cut fluff. We'll build runway. We'll separate lifestyle from survival. And we'll convert your current job from your boss into your investor. Investors fund assets. You are the asset.
There's sunk cost pain too. Years at a brand. A title that looks good on paper. You fear starting over. You're not starting over. You're starting from data, from networks, from skills you can sell in different shapes. Titles don't transfer. Capabilities do. Think in verbs, not nouns. You analyze. You persuade. You ship. You negotiate. You design. Verbs travel. Nouns expire. The market doesn't care about your ladder. It cares about your proof. So we'll turn what you've done into offers people understand and buy. That's not reinvention. That's translation.
You worry about healthcare, about benefits, about the soft safety net. Valid. We will account for it line by line. There are plans, cooperatives, HSAs, buffers, and strategies. The answer isn't to ignore the cost. It's to budget for it in your runway. Fear shrinks when it gets a spreadsheet and a date. That's the theme of this entire path. Honesty plus math equals peace. We won't glamorize risk. We'll price it, insure it, and offset it with revenue. That's how you walk across the bridge without your knees shaking.
Imposter syndrome shows up loud when you plan to leave. It points at your resume and says, you are your employer. No, you are your results. You are your ability to learn under pressure. You are your capacity to care. Companies don't grant identity. They rent it. You will reclaim it, not with slogans, with small wins. One customer helped, one invoice sent, one problem solved better than expected. Momentum is medicine. Every tiny proof becomes a brick in the bridge. Brick by brick, doubt runs out of places to stand.
Let's honor grief too. Leaving is a kind of goodbye. To teammates, to routine, to a version of you that survived. You don't have to hate the past to outgrow it. Say thank you, mean it, and then say it's time. The loneliness you feel in transition is not a verdict. It's a hallway. Walk it. On the other side is a room with windows you can open when you want. Fresh air. Sunlight at noon. Work that fits your hands. But before that room, the hall. Keep walking. No running, just steady feet.
Here's a harsh truth delivered gently. Grind without a plan is just noise. You can be exhausted and still stuck. You can be busy and still broke. Hustle is a tool, not a strategy. We're going to stop worshiping effort and start honoring outcomes. We will measure, iterate, and cut ruthlessly. This isn't about being a machine. It's about building rhythm. The rhythm that keeps you moving when motivation dips. The rhythm that pays your bills and buys your time back. Rhythm beats rush. Always.
So yes, you are scared. I am too sometimes. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to count with shaking hands. To choose direction under pressure. To say, not yet. To the leap. And yes, now, to the plan. If you've ever shipped a hard project, you can ship your exit. Same muscles, different stakes. We're going to flex those muscles intentionally. And when your mind screams, what if it doesn't work? You'll answer, what if I test until it does? That's how builders talk.
Final truth in the struggle. No one is coming to rescue you. Not a manager, not a memo, not a market rally. That's not bleak. That's freeing. Because if no one is coming, you are. You get to be the adult who opens your own cage. You get to design the day you keep postponing. And yes, other people may not understand. That's okay. Vision rarely fits into small talk. You don't need them to get it. You need you to get disciplined. That's where the pivot begins.
The bridge, not the cliff. Say it with me. We plan today so we can leave with steadiness tomorrow. The secret choice is this. The moment you decide to leave, your job becomes your investor, not your boss. Investors fund assets that produce cash flow. Your asset is your skill turned into an offer. So we will design the offer. We will schedule the work. We will protect the energy. Every paycheck becomes fuel for your runway, your tools, your tests. Gratitude in one hand, strategy in the other.
Discipline planning over grind culture. Here's why. Grind burns calories. Plans build compounding. A math-based plan includes 4 pillars: target income, runway, offer, and pipeline. Target income. What you must earn monthly to meet life and dignity. Runway. The months of expenses you hold so fear can't bully you. Offer. A clear solution priced to support the target. Pipeline. A repeatable way to meet, nurture, and close customers. We will not guess. We will define, test, and adjust until the numbers smile back.
The financial fortress protects your peace. It's not fancy, it's functional. Step 1, separate your survival number from your lifestyle number. Step 2, cut gently but honestly. Subscriptions, convenience leaks, quiet upgrades that don't actually add joy. Step 3, automate runway. Every paycheck, money moves before you can change your mind. Step 4, build a small emergency fund and a separate business runway. Different buckets, different rules. This fortress is not fear-based, it's freedom-based. It lets you say no to bad clients and yes to rest.
We'll define your exit number. It's simple, not easy. Monthly target income times runway months equals cash goal. Add buffers for healthcare, tax taxes, and worst case variance. If your monthly target is 6K and your runway target is 9 months, that's 54K in savings or committed replacement income. You can mix some savings, some signed contracts, some recurring retainers. The point isn't perfection, it's confidence. When the math works, your nervous system relaxes, and relaxed founders make better decisions.
Let's turn skills into an offer. Start where you're already paid to think. Package outcomes, not hours. A clear promise, a clear price, a clear process. Productized services beat vague proposals. Think seed and harvest. The seed is a narrow, specific offer. The harvest is referrals, testimonials, and capacity you can raise prices on. You don't need 10 offers. You need one that works, one that you can deliver even on a tired Tuesday. Simplicity scales. Complexity collapses under stress.
Time is your most valuable investor. We'll protect it with blocks. The 5x5 rule, 5 60-90-minute deep blocks per week for 5 weeks will change your life. In those blocks, you build the bridge, learn, ship, sell, repeat, no notifications, no scrolling. Just a promise, one block, one brick. You already give that focus to other people's priorities. It's time to give it to your future. Put it on the calendar, guard it like a meeting with your highest paying client. Because it is.
Pipeline without pressure. We start with conversations, not campaigns. 10 people who match your ideal client. 10 short messages that ask about their pains. 3 calls this week to listen and learn. Language lives in their mouths, not in your head. Take notes. Turn phrases into copy. Turn copy into a simple landing page. Turn the page into a calendar link. Small, human, consistent. You're not chasing virality. You're building trust brick by brick. That kind of trust pays rent on time.
Pricing is a boundary, not a biography. Price the outcome, the speed, the risk you remove. Set a floor that respects your runway math. Start with a simple package and a clear scope. Include a kickoff, delivery, and follow-up. Build in breathing room. Scarcity isn't a tactic here, it's a truth. You have limited time. You protect it with price. The right clients will lean in. The wrong ones will filter out. Both are gifts. That's how your investor, your job funds only quality work.
Risk mapping calms the mind. List the top 5 risks: income gap, client drought, burnout, healthcare, taxes. For each, write a counter move. Gap, runway. Drought, outreach cadence and referrals. Burnout, minimum viable load and recovery days. Healthcare, researched options and budget line. Taxes, separate account and quarterly cadence. When risk has a playbook, fear loses its favorite trick. You're not reckless, you're rehearsed. Rehearsed people walk across bridges even in storms.
Your support system matters. Have the hard conversations. Partner, family, the friend who tells you the truth. Share the plan, the runway, the timeline. Ask for specific help, quiet mornings, one weekend block, encouragement on the messy middle days. This is not just your dream. It's a household project. And if someone can't see it, that's okay. Let the math and your consistency do the talking. Vision plus visibility builds trust. Trust buys you time to get traction.
We will make room by cutting noise. 3 expenses gone by Friday. 1 obligation declined with kindness. 1 habit swapped. Scroll to study, binge to bed. The goal isn't austerity, it's agency. Every dollar you don't spend becomes runway. Every hour you reclaim becomes a brick. Your investor paycheck is a toolbox. Use it to buy time, tools, training, and margin. No guilt, just stewardship. You're financing your freedom with discipline, not drama.
Legal and logistics without the overwhelm. Start simple, bank account, invoicing, basic entity when it makes tax sense, a clean contract template. Don't let perfection delay revenue. Money is the best mentor. Deliver well, get testimonials, improve the process, then optimize. The point isn't to build a castle on day one, it's to put a roof over your first customer, then a second, then a third. Momentum pays for sophistication, not the other way around.
Let's paint the unfireable life. You own your mornings. The alarm is optional. Tuesday can be for your kid's field trip, for your health, for a walk under real daylight. When your body says rest, you rest. No ticket, no PTO. Your income is diversified across clients, products, or retainers. One email can't erase your livelihood. That's what unfireable means. It's not invincible, it's resilient. It bends, adapts, and keeps your dignity intact.
Breaking the cycle means you plant trees whose shade you might never sit under. You build assets. A newsletter that compounds trust. A playbook that becomes a product. A skill that turns into a workshop. Generational wealth isn't only money. It's mindsets, models, and maps passed down. Your kids watch you negotiate rest. They watch you build. They learn that work is a tool, not a tyrant. That's the legacy we're after. Not louder hustle, deeper ownership.
Impact change is shaped when you leave the role and choose the mission. You stop filling a seat and start filling a need. The work becomes a mirror for your values. You get to say, this matters. And because it matters, you care in a way no performance review can measure. The reward isn't just revenue, it's resonance. Waking up to work you respect. Going to bed tired and proud, not tired and hollow. That's the vision. That's fuel for the bridge.
The Blueprint segment ends with a decision, a date, a number, a plan. Choose your exit window, a month and year. Choose your runway target, months and dollars. Choose your offer, one sentence. Choose your pipeline plan, weekly conversations and follow-ups. Write it, print it, put it where you see it. Your job is now your investor. Every task is filtered by one question: does this fund the bridge? If yes, do it with gratitude. If no, keep it light or let it go.
The execution begins now. Tonight, block 90 minutes on your calendar and title it Bridge Building. In that block, do one of three things: talk to a potential customer, ship a tiny asset, or move money into your runway. That's it. Action over anxiety. Then, write your investor agreement. I will use my paycheck to fund my freedom. I will protect 5 blocks a week. I will measure weekly. I will adjust, not quit. Sign it, date it, put it where the Dow can see it.
Next, clarity through counting. Create an exit dashboard. 4 rows, runway balance, conversations this week, offers made, revenue booked. Update it every Friday. No drama. Just data. Let it tell you where to push and where to pause. If conversations are low, book them. If offers aren't converting, refine the promise. If runway is thin, cut costs or add hours temporarily. This is disciplined action. You're driving, not drifting. The bridge is under construction. You can see it now.
Choose your first paid test. Something small, real, and winnable. A 2-week sprint with a clear deliverable. A pilot rate with a testimonial built in. Make the ask. Expect a few no's. Keep going until you hear a yes. Then over-deliver. Capture the win. Results. Quote lesson. That becomes your proof. Proof becomes price power. Price power becomes runway. This is the flywheel you're building. It's quiet at first, then it hums, then it pulls you forward.
Protect your health like a founder. Sleep is strategy. Movement is maintenance. Food is fuel. Schedule recovery as if a client paid for it. Because your best client, your future did. Burnout smells like productivity until it breaks something. We are not sprinting the whole bridge, we're pacing it. The goal is not escape, it's arrival with energy left to build. Healthy you is unfireable. Exhausted you is replaceable. Choose wisely, daily.
Set boundaries at work with quiet excellence. Deliver what you said you would. Stop volunteering for every fire. Reclaim the hidden hours, lunch, early mornings, the 30 minutes after meetings end on time. Be good, not consumed. Your investor job is a funding source, not your forever. Integrity now protects your exit later. Leave clean. Leave grateful. Leave with relationships intact. Reputations travel. We're packing light and wise for this journey.
When fear spikes, return to the math and the mission. Read your investor agreement. Open your exit dashboard. Call one person you can help. Momentum kills despair. Keep your tools simple. A calendar, a notes app, an invoice tool, a landing page. Complexity is a delay dressed up as progress. The seed doesn't need 10 fertilizers. It needs soil, water, and sun. You got them. Plant daily, water weekly, harvest when the proof says it's time.
Set your departure criteria, not vibes. Criteria. For example, 9 months of runway, 3 consistent clients, 2 months of replacement revenue booked, and a validated pipeline. Write the checklist. When it's green, you go. No heroics, no last-minute doubt. If life throws a curveball, adjust the date, not the direction. The bridge holds because it's built on decisions made in calm, not in panic. That's leadership. You're leading you.
Envision the departure, not a rage quit. A quiet, proud handoff. You give notice with kindness. You finish strong. You send thank yous. You reference people generously. You walk out with a straight back and a clear next step. First day on your schedule, you do the work that pays. You send invoices, you deliver. You take a walk at noon because you can. You eat lunch without rushing. You start a tradition, one simple act of freedom every Tuesday.
The unfireable life is not a fantasy. It's a system. Offers that solve real pain. Pipelines that bring real people. Ices that protect your time. Runway that protects your nervous system. Health that protects your creativity. You'll have seasons of stretch. You'll have seasons of harvest, but you won't have a single point of failure. That's the dream. Not fame, not viral. Resilient, meaningful work that lets you be present for the moments that matter.
One powerful step you can do right now. Send 3 messages to 3 people you can help. Not a pitch, a question. What's the most annoying problem in your week that I might help fix? Listen, offer a tiny win. Book a call. Tonight, you move from thinking to building. That's the threshold. Over and over. Think a little. Build a little. Sell a little. Save a little. This is how desperation gets converted into disciplined freedom.
Remember the confession that started this. I need to quit this job. I need a plan. You honored that voice by showing up. Now honor it with 1 daily brick. If you miss a day, you don't miss 2. If you doubt, you don't disappear. You return to the bridge. Bridges are built with boring courage. Repetition that looks small but adds up. That's your edge. While others chase motivation, you practice discipline. That's how we get across together.
If you stumble, you won't be the first. Markets wobble, clients delay, life happens, your fortress absorbs the hit. Your runway buys you calm, your pipeline gives you options, your health gives you stamina. This is why we built all 4. So stumbles don't become stories about your worth, they become data. Builders love data. We learn, we adjust, we iterate. That is not failure, that's the job. And you're already good at jobs.
As revenue grows, buy back time. Fire tasks that drain you. Delegate. Automate. Batch. Keep your decision space clean. The founder's advantage is focus. Don't trade it for vanity metrics. Keep nourishing the root's client results, pipeline, health, before decorating the branches. The seed to harvest rhythm still applies. Feed what feeds you. Cut what doesn't. Your investor days taught you prioritization. Now you use it for yourself, and it compounds beautifully.
Let's land this. You are not a line item. You are a builder. Your job is your investor. Your plan is your bridge. Your runway is your courage on paper. Your offer is your promise. Your pipeline is your proof. Your health is your engine. The unfireable life is your horizon. Not someday, this year, step by step. When Sunday night comes, breathe. You have a plan. Quiet desperation has meant disciplined action, and action is winning.
On the hardest nights, remember the meetings that could have been emails. Remember the empty chairs at moments that mattered. Remember the elevator mirror. Then picture a Tuesday morning with sunlight, a walk, deep work on your mission, and lunch with someone you love. Put both images side by side. Choose on purpose. Choices compound. This is not just career strategy, it's life design. You are designing a life that fits your values in daylight.
Write your story in present tense. I am a disciplined founder. I ship weekly. I sell ethically. I save faithfully. I rest without guilt. I am unfireable because I create value and protect my capacity. Affirmations aren't magic, but they're steering wheels. Point them at the bridge, then drive with your dashboard. Output follows orientation. Today's identity becomes tomorrow's income. Speak it, then prove it with quiet, consistent work.
Before we close, choose your next brick. Right now, write it down. A message to a lead, a page outlining your offer, a bank transfer to your runway, a calendar block named pipeline, small enough to do, clear enough to measure. Then do it before bed or first thing in the morning. Map the next 3 bricks too. Momentum loves a cue. You don't need certainty, you need the next step and the courage to take it.
When doubt returns, and it will borrow belief from your past proofs. Remember the times you figured it out with less time, less money, less clarity. You built outcomes in other people's systems. Now you're building in your own. Same grit, more alignment. The bridge is already halfway done. Look back, see the bricks, feel the ground under your feet. That's real. Keep laying them. The other side is not a myth. It's math.
To those who feel behind, you are right on time. Your hunger is fresh. Your lessons are current. Your empathy is earned. Those are unfair advantages. Use them. Call the person you can help. Send the invoice you've been delaying. Ask for the testimonial. Take the nap, then get back to the brick. Simple, honest, repeatable. That's the craft. That's the cure for quiet desperation. Craft beats chaos every single time.
A final metaphor to hold, this is a bridge over a river, not a door into a void. You can see the other bank. It looks like time you own, health you protect, people you serve, and wealth that outlives your shifts. The water is cold, yes, but your bridge is sturdy. Wood, steel, and will. Plans, numbers, and nerve. You built it. You test it, you trust it, and when you walk, you'll find the planks meet your feet.
Now we depart, not in anger, in alignment. We thank the job for funding the bridge. We thank the fear for sharpening the plan. We thank the struggle for giving us story and strength. Then we face forward. 1 brick today, 1 block tomorrow, 1 conversation this week. Save, ship, sell, rest, repeat. That's the cadence of freedom. I'll see you on the other side, unfireable, unshaken, and undeniably yours.